To all the Muslims watching, I have a very easy question for you. Would you prefer that David would mock your prophet or treat him with respect? Obviously, you answered the latter, but how can you do that? David is a cold, calculating psychopath who loves to mock your prophet. So you're gonna have to be smart. Emotional manipulation won't work. Intimidation only motivates him to work harder. Threats do nothing. So you have quite a predicament on your hands. Fortunately for you, he slipped up in a recent live stream and showed you the way, and I was there to catch it for you. You can thank me in the comments.
No need to thank us. Thank you! You're welcome.
Here's what he said.
You know what's weird? I'm sitting here watching Salman, and we heard from Sister Aisha earlier, and then it's this weird mixed, when I'm confronted with people as repulsive as the Dawah guys, I instantly want to make fun of their prophet. When I'm listening to Salman or Aisha, I don't want to make fun of their prophet because I actually like them. And so we're going through this stuff, and I simultaneously feel compelled to make fun of Muhammad because we're watching stuff from the Dawah guys. And then, I don't want to be disrespectful here because, I respect Salman and Aisha. So anyway, weird situation.
So the behavior of Mohammed Hijab makes him want to mock your prophet, while the behavior of Aisha and Salman makes him want to stop. Yet, I see so many of you taking Hijab's side, contrary to all the evidence of his guilt, and encouraging his vile ways. Do you want your prophet to be mocked? No. Let's take a look at what the Quran has to say on this issue. Surah 6, verse 108.
And do not insult those they invoke other than Allah, lest they insult Allah in enmity without knowledge.
Allah tells you that if your actions cause insult to him, you must refrain. But don't take my word for it. Al-Qurtubi, one of the greatest exegetes of the Quran to ever live, writes, So Allah prohibited the believers from insulting their idols, because he knows that insulting them will drive the kuffar away in aversion and increase them in kufr. According to Qurtubi, people like Hijab are increasing kufr, unbelief, under the pretense of dawah, calling people to Islam. That doesn't sound good to me. Wait a second, you might say. That verse is only about insulting deities. Well, you'd be wrong. Islamic scholars have given it a broad application, as Qurtubi explains. The scholars said, this ruling remains for this ummah in all conditions. So when the kuffar are in power and it is feared that they will insult Islam or the Prophet or Allah, then it is not permitted for the Muslim to insult their crucifixes or their religion or their churches, nor to turn to what leads to that, because that is raised to the same status as disobedience. In this ayah, an example of peacefulness is also presented, and the proof for the necessity of blocking the means. And therein is proof for the one in the right to abstain from his right if it leads to damage for the deen. So, according to the consensus of Islamic scholars, the verse has a broad interpretation. If kuffar, like David would, will insult the Prophet, or Allah, or Islam because of your actions, you must block the means of insult. That is, you must refrain from giving cause to insult, lest you be responsible for damaging the deen.
No! It can't be! No! No!
To go on invoking insult, like Hijab is prone to do, is to engage in an act of disobedience. Thus, the choice is simple, my Muslim friend. You can throw up your hands and say, I don't care, Hijab is owning the Christians, and stand in disobedience to Allah, supporting Hijab's insult to basic human decency. Or, you can abandon Hijab's sinking ship and stand for justice on the side of Salman and Aisha. Now, call me crazy, but you probably don't want to be a Muslim in open disobedience to Allah. And here's the thing. It isn't just hijab, but a whole conspiracy of Dawah Bros defying Allah and worshipping hijab as their god. Be sure to check out the full live stream where David, Atun, and I break down the Dawah Epstein list of co-conspirators and hijab's crimes. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.